Right, so Sunday's video, a lot of people going away. I think hopefully this weather's going to be really good over Easter. We need this good weather, don't we? So another one going out of storage at the minute. All that we've been, it's Thursday. I'm surprised people are going away so early. I didn't think it would sort of be happening just yet.
It might be people that are getting them ready to then go.
Yeah. So this video is very, very relevant, and hopefully you've not already gone away and not done this and you've had an accident or something. So big one. Might be a lot of people out of the storage. They've not been away since last year. First journey away, let's check our nuts. Best thing to do is check our nuts first thing. And I mean your wheel nuts. So some of the newer caravans, you will have a wheel bolt torque in Newton meters. So this one, 130 Newton meters. Not all caravans have got that. On sort of average, steel wheels, if you've got wheel trims and steel wheels, they're going to be about 88 Newton meters, and alloys are going to range from about 120 to up to about 150 Newton meters. If you're not sure, give it a little Google, have a look in your handbook or have a look on the side, and hopefully one of those is going to tell you what the actual Newton meters of your wheels should be. So to do our wheel nut check, we can't do on this one because it's got locking wheel nuts. So first thing is make sure you've got your locking wheel nut. Obviously if you haven't looked at the wheels that you've got on the caravan, or the wheel nuts, and you haven't got a locking wheel nut with the caravan, you turn up, you have a blowout, you have a puncture, something happens, I'm stuck. So make sure that you've got your actual locking wheel nut, and then we can check our wheel nuts. Let's find one that we haven't got locking wheel nuts on. He's going to be singing again, he's going to be singing again. Watch it, watch it.
Is he singing?
Oh no, he's just growling, he's just growling. So once we've made sure that our locking wheel nuts are, we've got the little Allen key.
Is there a Newton meter thingy on this one?
Most likely. So 88 Newton meters if they're steel wheels, and alloys 130 again. So as I just previously said, and what we're going to do is do it in an opposite fashion. So I've done that one, I've done that one, I'm now going to do this one, I'm now going to do that one, and I'm now going to do that one. And we want to then obviously do the other side, not trying to like tighten them up. All that we're trying to do is hear the clicky clicky. So we just want to go clicky clicky, and that is one of the most important things that we want to do now. If your caravan has been in for servicing over the winter, again, make sure it's done. And again, normally we advise after 20 miles of travel, do it again. Now the reason that I say that is that if you've had the mobile guy onto the caravan storage pitch and he's come and he's done the servicing, he's put the wheel down on the gravelly floor, it's got a little bit of gravel on the back of the wheel, or it's got a little bit of gravel on the hub, he's not noticed it, he's put the wheel on, tightened it all up, but there's a little bit of gravel stuck in between the wheel and the face of the hub. It's not been noticed, it's tightened it all up. Yeah, that's brilliant. As you've gone down the road, that little bit of movement, because you've got a slight little gap, has actually moved, the little piece of gravel has fallen out, and that can happen. So it's very, very important to make sure that we check our wheel nuts, especially if the wheels and hubs have been off the caravan. But even if they've not, let's just check them, and it's just something that we've not got to worry about. Next up is then actually putting our stuff in the caravan. So we're going to put everything and the kitchen sink inside the caravan, because it might rain, it might snow, it might thunder, it might be glorious, so we've got to pack everything. So making sure that we've not actually got, it's been raining, so we need to make sure that we've not actually sort of overloaded the caravan, so we've not got too much weight in there. And it's just being sensible, isn't it? I know it's difficult because we have sometimes got to go, oh, we need all the rain stuff, it might be glorious, it might be raining, it might be doing this, so you do have to pack, but we've just got to be sort of sensible. And then it's distributing the weight throughout the caravan. So I would say, sort of, if you've got room in the car and you've got sort of awnings, really heavy bits and pieces like that, put it in the car. If you've got room, put what you can in the back of the car, and it's just going to bump up the weight of the actual car. Anything else then that we can't get into the car, we want to put all the real heavy stuff over the wheels, over the axle, so over the chassis section and towards the front. We don't want to be putting our nose weight gauge on if you're going to use one of those and going, oh, it's a bit heavy on the nose weight, I'm going to put all the stuff at the back. Do not do that. We want to make sure if you've got heavy stuff and you need to move it a little bit back, go more over the axle. Don't go back behind the axle, because any little movement, if you're going past a lorry and you're going to get a little bit of sway, any little bit of movement that then happens, if all the weight's at the back of the caravan, it's going to exaggerate that, and that's where your problems are going to come. So
it's quite a good demo video, isn't it?
We did it, yeah, we did it on the one. We'll try and find it and put it onto this video, and that'll sort of show you exactly that if you put the weight up the back, that's what's going to happen. So especially when you've got fixed beds and things like that, it's very, very tempting to put loads of big heavy things underneath of here, but actually you want to put the light stuff underneath of here and then the heavy stuff further forward. You can juggle it all around once you actually get onto site, but that is really, really key in that we're not putting big heavy stuff at the back and making the nose weight actually too light. We want a little bit of weight on that nose. We don't want it to be where you can just pick it up nice and easily. We want more weight sort of at the front than at the back, and we're going to tow really well then. So this is a lovely little van. It's just come in. It's 2020, 16995. Really lightweight as well, this one. So 1284. So let's have a look at what else has just come in. Another layout. So we've got the island bed at the back on this one. So this is the Swift Finesse 560 2021. It's 21995. Get the water off the step again. It absolutely hammered it down a minute ago, and it's gone lovely again there. So nice seating at the front, so that makes into a double bed. I love the colours in this.
Yeah, they're nice.
These are the Finesse was a special edition range basically, so it got the better upholstery in there. I believe it had got the solar panel, so yeah, it's got the solar panel, and then a few other little extras. Mainly the upholstery make the big difference. Something else that I've just noticed in a lot of the Swifts where you've got push buttons start to stick over the winter, so they just go a little bit stiff. Now what you can do is there's two little screws on the back here on the catch. You can remove the catch or just spray a little bit of silicone spray within the catch here, and then just try and work it, and basically all that happens is that they just go stiff over the winter. They just lock up slightly with the moisture in the air. They just expand and contract, and it just goes a little bit solid. So just a little bit of silicone spray in that lock there, and that should hopefully then free that up. You can just two screws and that whole lot will come off, and then you can just work it when it's actually off there a little bit easier as well. So
got the Swift control panel.
yeah, proper Swift command unit, a nice centre washroom, so a lovely separate shower and toilet in the middle, and then obviously the island bed at the back as well. So that's another lovely one that's just come in.
This was a single axle, wasn't it?
Yeah, single axle, this one. Yeah.
What's the weight on it?
It is, let's have a look at the full, 1500 kilograms maximum. So again, a good sort of weight for a lot of slightly bigger cars that are out there. A Roke up to 1500. Again, exactly the same, 130 newton meters on your alloys and 88 if you've got steel wheels on there as well. So bit of a short one, as I'd sort of mentioned. Hopefully a little bit of news coming up. It's arrived! We've got the self-build project. So what are our plans and what are we thinking about doing? Basically, we've got a 7.5 ton 20-foot box lorry, and what we're thinking about doing is converting sort of the front half as living, so it's going to have complete section at the front as a self-contained living area, with a door from obviously the side. And then this rear section, I'm just starting to look at planning out how to actually do this rear section. So it's going to be basically being split into two halves. So there'll be the front half and the back half, and the back half is going to be a garage of sorts. So not too sure how far we need to go with the sides, whether we can keep the sides, whether we need new sides. This side is really good, but there is a little bit of damage on this side which we knew that it was there, and sort of because of what we're planning with cutting things out and all the rest of it, didn't think was going to cause us an issue. So we just need to evaluate what we can do on that side. As I say, it has got a little bit of damage down here, so just need to figure out basically what we're going to do with that. Are we going to just cut it out completely and start afresh, or try and utilise what's there and try and make it good again? So it's going to be a very long build time. I think the reality is dawning on us now how much we've actually got to do, which we knew anyway, to be fair. It was it's not going to be a 5-minute project. So what we're probably going to do is just do little updates, probably time lapse pieces of what we do, and as it goes along. Our first priority is getting this sort of rear end built and made, so that this area at the back is actually usable, and then we're going to start looking at the bodywork, and then for the front fit out, that'll be coming sort of last. So the sort of motorhomey caravan section at the front really is the final part of the build. So there's quite a lot involved first before that. So we might just do sort of little bits of the other part, and then when we get into the main build, obviously that's going to be the really important bit and sort of what's going to be relevant to a lot of people with the self-build side of it. So keep an eye, if you've not already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comments, etc., because you'll get little it's just going to be random sort of. We're not going to do a weekly update or anything like that. We might just do bits and bobs here and there throughout our normal videos, but it's going to be quite random when we sort of put these ones out, because it's not going to be a main part of the channel, but there's going to be quite a lot covered on this. So let's get back on with the rest of the video. And that's about it for this week. So hit the subscribe button if you've not already. That'll keep you updated with the channel. There's a little bell on there as well for notifications when we put new videos out. Hit the like button if you've liked the video, hit the like button, and then don't forget to drop us a comment. If there's anything that you're sort of thinking, oh, you should have said this or you should have done that, let us know in the comments. It helps everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark at the Caravan Place.